Peace, love, and harmony to all humanity. I have not been active on my Facebook page due to the fact that I've been just taking divine time out for myself to make sure I'm balanced and in harmony. As you all know, as followers and friends of mine, I have been battling weight loss. I always said I was always stuck between 254 and then it would skyrocket back up to 260, 264. I even went to my clinic and told my doctor to assign me to a weight loss clinic so they can further do testing to see what could be possibly hindering me from losing weight. But that was to no avail, only because the time that I went, they sent me to gastric bypass, and I told them, whoa, I don't want my stomach removed. I just want assistance on how to lose weight naturally. I don't want to start getting rid of organs because of some stubborn fat. So my next appointment to go to what is called chemical weight loss, where doctors take more blood work and they assign you to a dietitian and nutritionist, is August 31st. When I found out that news that I got to continue to wait because I tried to get into the weight loss clinic, but they sent me to the wrong area, I tried ever since February. And so when they told me that, and I had to wait all the way, that I have to wait all the way to August 31st, I started to feel a bit defeated. Like, I'm just tired. Like, I'm doing all these things. I'm trying all these trends. I'm reading this. I'm reading that. And it'll get the weight off. But then out of nowhere, even when I'm staying on task and doing the same regimen and exercising, it stops me at 254. What's going on here? I can't take this no more. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and he told me how he did a 7-day water fast. So I was intrigued by it. And I mean, I researched fasting before, but I never had the discipline to do it. I probably fast, the most I ever did was probably 24 hours, but doing it consecutively back to back to back, or to even try to set a goal of 7 days, that never was on my psyche. But anyway, when he told me this, and he was like, okay, in 7 days I lost 7 pounds. Now I told him, you have to factor in the fact that you're a man. Men burn fat faster than women. But that wasn't me trying to shy away from it because I feel like it worked for him and it may not work for me. I'm just like, there's many different variations that plays a part in why it's harder for you to lose weight if you're an individual fighting obesity, or you have fatty tissues in unwanted areas. It boils down to genetics, activity, and what's going into your mouth. But even though you're monitoring your activity and what you put into your mouth, it still doesn't work. But let me get into the 7-day water fast. This is my 4th day. So far, I've lost 7 pounds in 4 days. I started at 255. Before I did the fast, I was doing a protein-based smoothie. Plant-based. I was using Vibrant Health. That's the brand that I was using. Starting out on my smoothie fast, when I went to the doctor, they said I was standing at like 260, 264. And I was just absolutely pissed because I said, 1 minute I'm 250, 254. Then the next minute it's skyrocket. It's a battle. If you're somebody that's dealing with weight, this is one of the biggest fights in your life, when that damn scale just won't budge and you're doing everything. Because I started doing Google researching on, like, how can your clothes fit looser, but the scale is showing a totally different number, or the same number, or you gained weight, but yet your clothes is falling off of you. So, I started reading posts on, it's not really healthy to even, weigh yourself on a scale. It's better to do what they call it, measuring tape. You measuring tape around your waist, your arms, and things like that, your legs and stuff like that. But I feel like people who are overweight, we want to see a change in the scale because it's a mental thing. If you're not a person that has been dealing or has ever dealt with being overweight, it's so many factors that an overweight person has to see in order to continue on striving to lose weight. Number one, I want to see clothes fitting, falling off of me. I don't mind doing the measuring tape method, but I don't have no measuring tape and I haven't used it yet, so I need to buy it. And most of all, I want to see the scale go down. I think out of all these different things, the scale has the most influence over me. So when I stand on it, and I know I just been like, I've been out there in the gym and I've been doing all this, and I'm on elliptical, and I was like, go to bed, wake up in the morning, drinks before I drink any water or anything, get on that scale, and I'm like, yo, so you're telling me, because I weigh myself once a week. I used to be a fanatic and weighed myself every day. But I started weighing myself once a week, and I went to the gym 5 times out of the week, and then I would weigh myself, and then I said, where I wanted to throw the whole scale out of the window. But anyway, let me get back into this fasting. I'm on my 4th day, and like I said previously, I lost already 7 pounds. Yesterday, I'm not going to lie, a lot of people have strength and resilience to fight the temptation and the urge to eat. As for me, I indulged. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. I indulged, and then after I indulged, what did I eat? I ate some popcorn and some Takis. Popcorn and Takis is my weakness. Now, most would say after you lost 7 pounds, why would you allow food or a bag of chips to tempt you? Well, this goes back into, everything being psychological. When you're trying to fast, and let's say you're a mom or you live in a house with other people, if you're not able to create an environment for yourself, meaning that if you live alone and you're by yourself, and this is not no excuse, when you have to accommodate somebody else and they're eating that warm cooked food, you're going through mental torture. When my daughter was sitting there and she was eating her piece of chicken and she was putting hot sauce on it, I was looking at her like a homeless person on the street that hasn't eaten. Like, I looked at like a person that was facing famine. I was looking at her. I felt how I was looking at her, and I felt tears forming into my eyes, and I was like, oh my God, I just want to eat something. So yesterday I couldn't take it anymore, and most will say, well, why wouldn't you go for something more healthy, as opposed to a snack? Well, see, that goes back into mental fortitude. When you're fasting, it's spiritual, and you're learning a lot about yourself. And the one thing that I learned about how I messed up yesterday was that I instantly felt upset. I mean, I didn't go crazy and binge or anything. I had a couple of pieces. I looked at the calories and I said, let me eat exactly the amount that said that this will be this many calories taken in. So after I ate, I indulged in snacking a little bit when I could have grabbed a carrot or anything. I instantly felt upset at myself, and my higher self said, girl, you came so far and you're working so hard, and you want this weight off. Why are you giving in to the impulse? Why are you, like, you have to find inner strength. Other people will not understand it until they get into the realm of fasting or fighting obesity and things like that. So what I did last night is, because I was so angry that I ate the chips, I snacked, I did some Tybo. And so I told myself, anytime I get the urge to eat, for me to fight back against that negative thinking pattern that makes me want to submit to consuming anything that's not good. Because, see, you have to understand, when you come off of a fast and you're trying to transition into a proper lifestyle and not death style, because I don't like to say diets and stuff like that are temporary. When you're trying to change your life, you got to map out, after you finish fasting, what is the next step so you can continue to lose weight. And I had it mapped out, but you have to fight over, like, keep a diary when you fast so you can figure out what in this moment made me feel like I wanted to eat. It could be an emotional thing. It could be, this is the time that you normally eat. For me, the impulse was most heavy for me is because on the weekend, me and my daughter, we call it our movie night. And on movie night, I'll buy like some popcorn. When you look at popcorn and the calories, it's relatively low. If you get air popcorn, you can have about 4 cups for only about like 130 calories. Yes, I look at calories when I go out there and buy. A sister do her best. So When we were sitting there watching a movie, that's when the craving started to come, because the food that I ate last night, that's what we typically eat on a movie night, which is Saturday. Saturday would typically be like my cheat day. I feel anybody who's dieting and whatever method you're using to try to lose weight, there should be a cheat day. I don't feel you should try to torment yourself or make yourself feel bad for wanting to indulge here and there, because my daughter goes to her father's house every other weekend. So twice out of the month, I have a cheat day where I'll eat some popcorn or something like that along with Takis. But I mostly stay along the line of popcorn or seaweed chips. I've been transitioning into eating seaweed chips because that's lower in calories and have zero trans fats and all this other stuff. But anyway, let me not digress. So when I was just keeping a mental diary, but you should keep a physical one. But in my mental diary, I realized the impulse was becoming stronger because I'm with my daughter, we're watching a movie, and this is what we normally do, and we have fun with each other, and we're eating chips, and we're just talking. So this was a part of a ritual. So my mind is just like, girl, this is what we normally do. This is what we do to have fun. Like, so it got the best of me. But after I consumed it, I instantly got up and I worked out. And then this morning I weighed myself and I was still able to lose a pound. So I'm still losing weight, but that's not for y'all to sit back and say, oh, okay, I'm going to break my fast. And if I do something wrong, let me get up and exercise. The message I'm trying to give to you is, if you mess up, right, don't condemn yourself to the point where you give up. Fight back. I still see myself on a 7-day fast, and I might extend it because I messed up yesterday, throw an extra day or two on it to prove to myself I can get through this. But if you mess up, keep healthy snacks in your home, like healthy snacks that I like. Now, most of y'all will say, well, why would you tell us to eat healthy snacks and you done ate some popcorn? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're right. There's no excuse for that. But I would say for now on, because I learned a lesson yesterday, if you are going through if you're swirling with emotions, now see, we have to understand this. Your body's not going to let go of fat if you're stressing yourself out. If you're stressing yourself out, you're secreting a hormone called cortisol, which will hold on to this baby. When you're stressing, that hormone is sent out through your anatomy and it's not going to get rid of anything. So if you're in that much distress, I would say continue on with the water fast, but eat a salad. Eat a salad, a piece of fruit. I would say what type of fruits to indulge. Just in case I fall short of the glory, I said I'm going to only eat melons. Why? Melons are mainly composed of what? You got it, water. So if it's really a struggle for you in certain periods of times that you just can't take it anymore, I'm not going to sit here and say, you can do it. Nobody understands it unless they have gone through it or they done fasting plenty of times before where they was able to build up the mental fortitude to get through it. Most people advocate, don't just jump into a fast, try it for one day, the next time try it for 2, and the next time. But when you're looking for serious weight loss, such as myself, you have to dive right into this 7-day weight loss, because once you start triggering your body to start utilizing the energy, the fat you already have is going to keep shredding it, because the only fuel you got is your fat. Now, if you're Christian, or if you're any form of anything that you practice, fasting was a part of spiritual elevation. It had nothing to do with weight loss. It had something to do with mental strength and the ability to get through things without the need of food. So basically, to me, a fast is about building that mental armor that you can't let something outside of yourself control you. You got to have faith that within your own body, your body is a machine, and your body, whatever it's not getting from the outside, you best to believe it's going to get it from the inside. Now, when you do research on fasting and people say, oh, it takes away from your muscle and this start to happen and that start to happen, there's many different conflicting evidence against that. My whole thing is listen to your body and what works for you. Now, for me, I feel when your body is going through great distress, you have to be mindful of what type of water are you consuming. Are you consuming living water, or are you consuming dead water? Make sure you're not drink while you're fasting. You're gonna have to get uppity with yourself. Do not drink tap water. I would advise for you to go out there and get some spring water. I got spring water right here. Well, don't get this brand. This tastes absolutely disgusting. But since I bought it and I saw it was on sale, I was like, let me try it. But that water is nasty. Another water that I was drinking is this brand with antioxidants. So I would say play around with some water. You know, I definitely love Fiji, 9 Essentials, sports water. Make sure that when you're drinking water, it's definitely artisan water, that you're putting minerals into your body. Fasting, in a sense, you know, even though water has 0 calories, and the reason why you're losing the bulk of your weight is because you're consuming 0 calories. But it is important that you be mindful to the type of water that you're putting into your body during this time. Look at the ppms. Make sure it has minerals in it. If you feel like it doesn't have enough content, have enough minerals in it, then you can go down to a health food store or order some minerals, concentrated minerals offline, and put it into your water. What I put into my water, I put colloidal gold. I put fulvic acid. So these are things that my spirit brings me to do in order for me to feel satisfied with what I'm consuming or the water that I'm drinking, or give me the motivation. Because your mind is not used to just seeing you'll drink water, but not just like, it's like, hey, where's the foods and stuff like that. So my message to everybody, especially if you're having a battle with losing weight, you have to kickstart with a fast so your body can start triggering these fat problematic areas. Even though I'm on day 4, I lost a total of 7 pounds. The first day I did it, I lost 3. Then the next day I lost 2, and then after that it's been 1. If you're working and stuff like that, I would say make sure you do something of 10 minutes of activity, you know, just to boost your spirit. You don't want to do nothing that's going to exhaust you, because once again, you're just drinking water. So you don't want to overexert yourself and then you're dead at work or dead at home and things like that. But do something relatively simple. I looked at some home workouts for 10 minutes, nothing too strenuous, but something that I can get through and feel like I accomplished something. Also, another word of advice, most people say, well, is it okay to use herbs and things like that? There's many conflicting things out there where people say just do straight water, or if you do indulge in some herbal tea or something like that. My whole thing is, at the end of the day, do all the research you need to do. Make a list of what you're satisfied with and listen to your body. Don't just do things that other people do, because you're not going to get the same exact results. Like when I was talking to the brother in the beginning, and he's the one who brought fasting back to my consciousness, and I was like, well, why didn't I try that? And he said he lost 20 pounds. Me, I'm sitting here thinking like I better lose 20 pounds or more too, because I'm a woman and I weigh more than him. So more fat better come off. But I have to be realistic with myself and say, you know what, I should be happy with any progress that I make within 7 days, because it's better than having it added on. So yeah, so I'm on my 4-day fast. I will share my results by the 7th day, or probably more so the 8th day, because I really feel bad about indulging yesterday. So I might push myself an extra day to make up for this day, and definitely give y'all the feedback and the results. Peace, love, and harmony to all humanity. Bye.